Alright everyone, I'm about to start a new world in Dyson Sphere program. And I have set the resource multiplier to 0.8, and I've set the dark fog to sharp. So we got slightly more difficult than normal. I do have a lot of metadata available, so that's another thing I may or may not use to help me out if I get really in a bind, but we're just going to jump right into this. Frequent hints about what to do next in the game. I think I'm going to say no. So I've played this game a lot, but it's been a while.
The unknown, created in exploration.
I think this is a new cinematic for me too.
Evolves in iteration. From zero, transforming into infinity and beyond. It spreads and becomes the shadow of the galaxy. As dark fog rises, the stars dim. You will embark on a new journey.
Cool. Alright, so this is me. I love the
Welcome to the real universe. Very soon, you'll find this place different from our homeland. But you should be able to adapt to the laws of physics here in no time. I'm your advisor. I will assist you in completing this mission.
There's the star of the solar system we're starting in.
Everything here belongs to you. As a member of the Cosmo, pioneer of the Dyson Sphere program, you will explore this cluster from ground zero. Make use of the resources available here to build a Dyson Sphere that supplies energy to the center brain to maintain homeland simulation. I've chosen a planet for the mission, and there are essential resources for the initial development. Now, please pilot the space capsule toward this planet.
So it says pilot as if I have an option. But I don't know if my controls actually affect anything. But yeah, so the background of this game is really cool and really an interesting sci-fi concept. So,
unknown EM signals detected. Extracting feature variables.
I got some enemies.
Pairing with database. Those are highly likely anomalous mechanical bodies from the Mechanic Energy Program. Engineers call them dark fog. Dark fog is extremely sensitive to EM signals under a regular pattern, so they may launch an assault on us. To stay low profile, we will land on the other side of this planet.
Space capsule will land on the target planet in 3, 2, 1. Landing.
This is Icarus, a very powerful but lightweight industrial mecha.
I thought I said no
Direction
tutorials.
keys, or click the right mouse button on the ground to move the mecha. In this mission, you'll control your mecha to navigate the universe and create miracles.
Create miracles. Alright, so basically humanity is so advanced that they exclusively
now please try to disassemble
live...
the space capsule. Click the right mouse button to proceed.
Yeah, alright. They exclusively live in a virtual reality environment. And,
To collect resources like wood or gravel, click the right mouse button as well. In addition, You can hold shift
Okay, this is
and click the right mouse
definitely
button on each of your targets
tutorializing me, and I told
to give
it
a series of commands.
I didn't want it. This is an
Some
early
items are
access game
found
also,
after
so
disassembling the space capsule. Click on the inventory button at the bottom right corner of the screen to open and check.
some of this I do need a reminder of, like what inventory is and stuff. Alright. How do I get you to go away? Okay. So humanity is in a virtual reality environment.
You
God,
can
this guy
hold
won't
the
shut
middle
up.
mouse button to rotate the camera, or scroll the mouse wheel to zoom in and out.
Okay. So, we just survive in a virtual reality environment. We get energy from things in the real world, like solar panels everywhere. So that's why at the beginning of the game it said, "Welcome to the real universe," which is kind of funny.
Construction menu is locked. Complete a technology research to unlock it. Click on the technology tree button at the bottom right corner of the screen to open the technology tree and start a research.
So E is inventory, T is technology. But yeah, it's pretty crazy. So, you know, as more humans are born and plugged into this virtual reality world, they need more and more energy. So they have to send out little mechs like this to go on a mission to create more power plants, essentially. And the power plants that we're trying to create are Dyson spheres. You know, Dyson spheres are essentially think of a giant solar panel that completely surrounds a star and like beams back the energy. That's essentially what a Dyson sphere is. So essentially we're just trying to make one of those. But that's kind of just the backdrop of the game. We're really just a factory builder game. Now the enemies are dark fog, and they also have an interesting, somewhat common sci-fi backstory to them, where I think it was some previous attempt of trying to harness energy within the universe that humanity did, and it was these replicating robots that go off and try to find resources. It's a common story where you have these replicating robots and they turn evil, and then they're just permanently evil, and now they just kind of go around the universe replicating and devouring stuff. It's the gray goo scenario. So anyway, that's the dark fog. So, let's see, how do we start? I think they want us to do this. But we need to craft things, so let's see. This is inventory. There's another button down here. Yeah. Mecha control panel. So this is the mecha. I know you can do fuel in here, so like the bottom yellow bar is my energy, so I can burn biofuel to get energy back. Ah yeah, F is the replicator. So we want to make 10 of these. Does that mean that's a 5 there? I think the 5 is what I have resources for. Let's see if it'll make 10. Did it make 10? Oh, I see. It makes 2, so it made 5 of this recipe, which makes 10 total, so yeah, that's gonna upgrade the next research, which means I could make wind turbines and stuff. Like, so I can make wind turbines and automatic miners.
You've obtained a mining machine. It automatically collects ores for you.
It also gives you a couple items when you do a
construction
research. So I have
collecting
one
section.
turbine,
Start
one
building.
mining, and one tower, just to kind of start me off.
Hold R to rotate the mining machine.
Okay, I actually
The
did
more
need to know
veins
that.
it covers, the higher the output. To ignore grid snapping, hold shift.
Okay. So we got our miner. We need to power it using these little wind turbines.
You have an unpowered production facility. To make it run normally, place it within the power grid coverage. Make sure power is supplied.
Milestone wind power.
Insufficient
Yes.
items. Click on the
I love this little
replicator button at the bottom right
this
corner
little
of the
milestone
screen.
thing. It's kind of a
Open
fun
it
little progression of the
and
game.
manually replicate the required items.
We got wind power.
A
Now
wind
these are
You've now built your first power grid. Some power facilities
Like
don't
power
have
poles,
power
basically.
supply range, so you'll need to extend the power grid coverage with Tesla towers.
now eventually we'll have like conveyor belts, but for now
You've
this is
built
just
your
going to
first
fill it up,
power transmission
and we
facility,
can grab it
a
from.
Tesla tower. It can help you transmit power wirelessly over a short range and extend the power grid coverage. Click on it to view more details.
Looks like we're already not generating enough. All right, so I'm gonna make a couple more of these wind turbines. I'll probably just have a grid going out here somewhere. Now, hopefully, we should be like safe for a while from the dark fog, but that is something that we eventually had to think about. I wonder how we can tessellate these things. Probably just a grid. Yeah. So now, there we go. So we're generating... generation capacity. This thing actually shuts off when it's not... Yeah, there we go, to 420. Is what that uses. Okay. So I think basically if we can get some of these for... Okay, I need to make another one, but I don't have enough copper, so I'm going to go over here and manually get some copper. So everything is upgradable too. So that's the other thing, is like there's a technology tree and then there's an upgrade tree. So that'll get better as we move through it. So like how slow my guy moves and stuff. That will all improve. Interesting that we already have 1.1% of threat. Hopefully that's not... doesn't move too quickly. So I selected one build of one mining machine, but you can see it's making all the prerequisite items here from raw materials.
Application complete.
Okay. So now we have another miner I can place there to get all of the copper, but we need to connect that to power, but we don't have power poles for this, so make a couple of these. Now, if we're generating 900 and these take 420 each, then we should be good right now on wind turbines. So I'm just going to connect these. I love how the game starts you off with these little building drones that fly out of you to build. It's pretty nice. So basically I'm just going to be clicking in here and like grabbing the resources when I need them. There's another one as well, right? Yeah, over here. I guess that's stone. If you hit M, it zooms out.
In the planet view, you can hold the middle mouse button to rotate the camera. Hold the right mouse button to roll the camera. Press N to align the camera to the North Pole.
Ah, that's nice. N is a good
In the
little...
planet view, scrolling the mouse wheel also enters the star map.
Cool. So this is a star map. It's interesting that what we're starting at is actually a moon of a Jovian, or whatever you call these things. Ice giant. Interesting. I thought there were like other little filters and stuff, like ways to see resources easier. Could be a research, I don't remember. Alright, just keep getting resources. Let's see what we want to do. So here's technology. Can actually pause it. Let's check out the upgrades. So here's all the upgrades. There's a ton of them actually. I'm not going to read them all. I think the best thing to go for would be like creating these blue cubes, which is the first like science pack. But any upgrade that involves stuff like this, which is just resources that we can do, so that we can do, and it just makes our mecha core better. So like energy generation, capacity, stuff like that. And we won't be able to do any of these other things. Okay. But we can just go into the replicator and make a bunch of these. Guess we'll need more than that, but I also want to make one of these. And we'll want to start making conveyor belts pretty much as soon as we can. And then not soon after that, we want to start thinking about defense. Because we're at 3% threat level already? I mean... Does it say... What does this mean? What is this red arrow? Oh, that's just where their base is, I think. Okay. Curious how threat is calculated. Okay, so let me put a miner over here to get this stone or whatever this is. We're gonna need power. This is likely gonna cause us to need more wind turbines also. But they're not even constantly running, so it may not really matter. So like right now it's not sufficient, but as these things fill up with ore and I'm not picking them up, yeah, see now it becomes sufficient, so it's fine. Okay, we need more of these for the research. Check out technologies. So this is the thing that creates the science, so that's pretty important. But obviously these two are pretty key as well. That's just like basic automation. This is smelting. And this is pretty key also. Let's actually do the conveyors first. Or no. Base building first. Alright, sweet, we got the upgrade. You can see my energy level at the bottom like went really low because it increased the max capacity of it, so it's a good thing. Oh, actually maybe it went low because I'm not adding fuel. Put some of these plant fibers in there. I think you can do wood also. Yeah. Okay. What now? We need these things. Gears and circuits. Makes 2 at a time, so we can do 5 and then 10 of these. I guess I'm getting all these stones from just these rocks, so that's helping. Not needing as many of the stone ore. Okay, what's happening? Are we still going? Yes, we are. I need this to be a miner as well. Combat I'm less familiar with. Whoa. Alright. I'm not exactly sure. Oh, okay, yeah. I think this is like, we have a laser gun that's like automatic. And then we have chambers for ammo, and we don't have any ammo right now. So it's just going to use the laser gun. But you can make ammo, and it would go in like this slot. Okay, so we got the base building. Let's make a couple of those. I think it gives you one. So yeah, you can just build these wherever and set the recipe to whatever. I'm probably not going to do much with this until I get logistics, so...
Once a recipe is assigned, use less than key to copy the current recipe, and greater than key to paste the recipe to the next building.
Greater than key, okay. We need the smelting also. But yeah, I want this to be making... I mean, we don't even have, like, boxes of stuff, right? Okay, this is a storage space. So logistics will give us that. Let's make another miner. X is dismantle. Okay, good to know. Okay. I'm guessing that 100% threat means they attack us. So, we do have to move kind of fast. At least I think we have to move fast. It's unclear to me if the time is what's doing this or activity. Alright, good.
You've obtained sorter and conveyor belt. Full automation is now possible. Use a conveyor belt to transport ores collected in the mining machine. The sorter will transport ores onto the conveyor belt into the arc smelter that will smelt them automatically.
Cool. Alright, so we got some minerals. I do remember that the terrain is a big obstacle in the early game. But eventually we'll be able to like pave over it and stuff. So let's zoom out and think about this. We're getting minerals here. The water is in our way. So where do we go with it? Maybe up here and move right eventually. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Air belt, yeah, we got 20 already. Let me start the research for the smelting. And then we'll work on conveyor belts while this is going. So 10 of those. 10 of those. So I guess you can conveyor over water, but you can't build buildings on it, I think is how it works. Alright, we got conveyor belts. I remember these being a pain to build because your little construction drones are super slow and they only place one at a time. So now these will come out and eventually back up, but look at that. We got wind power and automation. So that'll be our line for iron ore, and then we'll probably want just a whole separate line for the other 3 resources. But we need a lot more conveyor belts for this. Good, now we got smelters. Gears, plates, all the things. Pretty soon we'll have a giant spaghetti mess in no time. If I can move that somewhere. Alright, we got some new belts.
Application complete.
Guess I should kind of just start this as soon as possible because we're limited on belts and stuff.
You've built an arc smelter, which automatically produces basic materials such as iron ingots and copper ingots. However, to automatically feed in raw materials and feed out products, sorters and conveyor belts are required.
Sorters. I always hated the name sorters for this. So this is going to smelt copper. Let's try this less than key thingy. Yeah, copy, paste. Okay, cool. Alright. So we got auto smelters. Let's do the same thing over here.
Wrong connection type.
What?
Use a sorter. There are 2 types of facility ports: connection ports and bridge ports. Connection ports are only compatible with conveyor belts, while bridge ports are only compatible with sorters. If a conveyor belt can't connect to a facility, try a sorter.
I think he's saying, yeah. I don't know. Did I guess I clicked something? I don't know. So like the miners, you don't need sorters to output the items, they just automatically output. But here, you do. Okay, this one needs power. Now we're probably going to be low on power, yeah.
Insufficient materials.
So we're going to need more wind turbines.
The facility has no recipe designated. Please configure one for it.
There we go.
Once a recipe is configured, press less than key to copy.
Wow,
the
we're at
current recipe.
15% threat.
Pressing greater than key will paste the same recipe to the next building.
Okay, we are running low on iron. So, let's see, how do you pick up, I want to say Z, oh, not Z. Oh, you can click this, but I think there's probably a better way to do that. Control left. Oh, control left. Okay. It's crazy. Even these little output things take energy. Alright, we got more conveyor belts working. Let's boost the power generation. Foundation required. Yeah, so you can't build these on.
Application complete.
We got more belts. What I'm trying to do is make like a stream of copper and iron. which we're pretty close to having. It even lines up nicely. Oh, we don't have any sorters. And we don't have any circuit boards because we don't have any iron. So I can go over here and control left click to get more iron. Sweet. Then make more of these guys. How's my fuel? It is out. Alright. I don't think I really needed 2 of each, but oh well. So we got copper and we got iron. And it's smelted. Let's actually do... I want to bring the stone over, but that's gonna... It's gonna take a lot of conveyor belts. The other thing I could do is, like, save these in boxes. Let me do that real quick. Let me check the, okay, what is the option here for defense? Weapon system. Gotcha, this is what we need. Makes turrets and copper ammo. But we need technology generation, which is this electromagnetic matrix. So I'll go ahead and activate that. Okay. Whoa. For some reason I thought boxes were smaller.
You've built a depot for storing items. You can manually store items or use a sorter to automatically access items.
What? Shift left to copy and build. Ooh, yeah, that's nice. It even takes the sorter too.
If there isn't enough ground space, make more efficient use of your space by stacking matrix slabs, depots, storage tanks, and splitters.
Splitters. Depots. Okay, so these can be stacked on each other. Alright. That'll keep these running, which means we'll need to make sure power's up. And anytime we need more, we can just grab it from there. Alright. Let's grab some more iron, make more belts, and work on bringing the stone down. There it comes. Oh yeah, we need to make these manual research items. 10 of these guys. Oh, yeah, of course, we're out of iron. Right? Oh, right. Okay, so I forgot about this. Magnets come from iron ore. So this is already an interesting logistical issue where iron ore is used for 2 things. So this is where splitters would come in, which I don't think we have yet. Maybe that's level 2. Yeah. Splitters is going to be nice for this. I mean, we have a second iron ore miner, so we could use that for magnets, but eventually you want kind of a stream that is doing both. Okay, and then we'll make 10 of these. And maybe that's a good next step. Could kind of just do it here. Let's make 2 smelters. And they're gonna be making magnets. Come on, little bots. Oh good, we can do the blue research. Okay, we need to reorganize these power poles. I have the game volume quite low, but I feel like it needs to be lower. Sorry, the music I meant. Okay, there we go. So we're starting to hit some... Yeah, I'll just keep it at 1 smelter. The muscle memory is starting to set in, which is good. So I'm already running into issues of like, how do I go over other items? Vaguely remember. I also remember being kind of annoying. Okay, this is gonna make magnets. There we go. And we are definitely hitting power issues again. Okay, let's make more of these. We need more magnets. Okay, we're at 64% threat. Not to worry, not to worry. But I'm a little worried. So let's try to make a bridge over this. Up and down. Oh, interesting. So I think I like doing it this way. Oh shoot, I did that wrong. Can't you like switch the thing? Yeah. Okay, but then they're not connected. Hold up. I guess, it's gonna be backwards though, isn't it? It's annoying. Let me just start over. So, if I do up, and then make the bridge. Like, how far back do you have to go? I guess that's my answer. Alright. That's gonna be how it is. Oh my gosh, we're at 80 already. Oh boy. Okay.
Application complete. Insufficient materials.
I don't think it's possible to get the copper ammo thing before the threat reaches 100. I'm hoping the attack will be pretty minor. I feel like I remember it being that way. So let's hope. Okay, just trying to grid out as many of these as I can. That's weird. Why is this not? Huh. Interesting. So this grid is not quite working. Wait, so how did this work? Oh, yes. Okay. It's because we're on a sphere. Of course. Of course. It's okay. The rows will be independent from the row next to it. Okay, they're launching an assault. And shoot. Wait, are they launching an assault from space? No, it's just right here. Okay, that's coming pretty fast. It's very strange, this little... I guess that means it's coming from this way. Alright, I'm just gonna hope I can hold it off. I don't know what to really expect here. Got enough. I got a lot of fuel, so that's good. Alright, 100 meters.
Warning!
I see him.
A dark fog planetary base has launched an attack.
It's a couple of them.
Icarus is equipped with laser weapon module, which can automatically strike enemies within its range.
Nice.
Faster mecha power generation means a faster rate of fire.
Ooh, that's pretty
Fill the
slow
chamber
fire.
with fuels. Get ready to engage.
Okay, what did he say? A faster... Okay, there's one more coming. Here it is. Faster mecha power generation means faster rate of fire. Fill the chamber with fuels to get ready for... Wouldn't that only be true if I was low on energy? This is... It tells you right here. It's 11 meter range, shooting
Laser
cost,
weapon module
charging rate.
consumes mecha's core energy for charging. More advanced fuel can increase the fuel chamber's power and the rate of fire of laser weapon module.
Rate of fire. Okay. Well, we destroyed that. So, we're pretty awesome. I'm gonna assume we're invincible. Now, can we do this? How much to make these? I'm gonna build it way over here because I don't remember what is required.
A matrix
man.
lab. A facility to produce matrices.
Circuit board and
It can also be
electromagnets.
used to research technologies that are unlocked with matrices. Matrices are the source codes to maintain the center brain simulation of a homeland. You can
So we're
upload
gonna
as
need
many
some of these.
matrices to the center brain to run in simulation and unlock more technologies in the real world.
We need circuits. Okay, well that's easy. We already have the prereqs for that. This is a good way to see how it works when you have two inputs. I think you can just do it like this, where the sorter is kind of jumping over the other. Okay, more belts. Oh, here's where you limit it. Okay, I was wondering that. Just 4 stacks of everything is probably good. It might help us on electricity costs. And the one thing I remember from playing before is that, well, these aren't powered, so let me power them first. But the speed of the sorter is actually slower if it has to travel farther. So like this is 0.75 trips per second, but this one is 1.5. So this is actually kind of a bad design, because see, to make a circuit board you need 2 irons and 1 copper. So the irons are the thing that needs to be inserted quickly. So it's actually better to spin this around and build it on the other side like this. And now, this way the ratios are actually perfect because, well, I don't know if they're perfect, but it's 2 to 1 on the ingredients, and it's 2 to 1 on the speed of which these inserters are working, so it's actually fine. And then we want an output. And I assume these are going to keep going because I'm going to use them for other things. The other thing we need to do is make electro
materials.
magnets. So let's get that going. I don't remember. That might even be a smelter. No, I don't think it's a smelter. But I know it's going to use magnets.
Application complete.
I think what I might do is put it down like this and have the belts come down to the bottom of it. This is also a 2 to 1 kind of thing, which means we need more copper, which is a little bit of a headache because we gotta split them.
Application complete.
I'll have them come down. Okay, so here's another logistical challenge. We need to go up to level 2, then over, and then back down, and then over. This is kind of messy already. That's the game. Okay, where's the magnets? Oh, they're being absorbed into the box. That's alright. Ooh. This... I did not intend for there to be that much space in between. But that's okay. In fact, just do this. How many are you making a second? One per... Oh, you're making 2 a second. So that's going to be pretty bad output inserter thing. Let's do it like... maybe like this. Okay, great. Still not maximized, but it's something.
Replication complete.
Okay. Now we finally have this. 2 seconds, okay. So this should be constructing blue cubes. And then we need another matrix that consumes the blue cubes. We'll need something that does glass too at some point. I'm gonna go check out on the check up on the magnets, because I think we need a second smelter. It's just a little slow, it seems like. Yeah. I'm gonna put another one next to it here. I'm really starting to get the hang of all this. And all the buttons came back to me pretty quickly. Still okay on the power. Alright, we produced our first electromagnetic generation matrix 47 minutes into the game. One of the 5 force source codes that maintain the center brain simulation. So we're going to output it along this line. And have it go into another matrix over here. Power. Okay. Cool. We need to change this to... There we go. Wait, no. Research. Cool. So now it's going to be input into there, and it's going to automatically research stuff for us. So if we click on something that requires blue cubes, engines. We'll do the weapon system first. It takes 20. It's going to process that. And you can stack these, so I can always speed it up by stacking another one on top of it. So I'm going to try that now. Now it should automatically detect that. So, like, because how fast is this going? No, that's production. Do we know that? 60 hash... Wait, what? 60 hash per second? I don't know. It doesn't really say, does it? Anyway. If this belt gets backed up, we can add more stacks. Could also add a second stack here, I guess. How's our power? I'm surprised it's... Okay, yeah, it's kind of not... It's kind of starting to suffer. So we already finished that, so now it's not
You've
researching
unlocked the
anything.
weapon system. Icarus can now use ammo. Press C to open the menu panel. Load the magazine and activate it. Use ammo to protect both yourself and the base when dark fog strikes.
Cool. Now, I don't know if this is working. It should be. 1 every 3 seconds. So if you have 2 of them, 2 every 3 seconds. 3 times 0.75, 2 and... yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think it's fast enough. This long sorter is like almost not fast enough, but we don't really need it to be that fast right now anyway. Alright, cool. So this is the beginning of our base.
Insufficient materials.
Let me just see how many of these I can add. Just do 2 more for now. And we'll stop there and pick it up next time. We got blue science, so it's a good start. There's a lot of things we can do and a lot of things to upgrade just from blue science. Well, not that, that's red. But yeah. Alright, well cool. I will stop it there and see you guys on the next episode. Thanks for watching.